the Alex Jones radio show. I'm your host, DLAKE for PREZ. I'm filling in for Alex Jones. This is my first time filling in on the radio, so let's not goof off and fool around. Let's get straight to the headlines. You want to roll with me? Go to Infowars.com. It's June 25th, 2012. Today, we have two headlines in red. Now, if you're at Infowars.com and you see those red headlines, those are the first ones you click. Those are the first articles you check out, and that's the first research you follow up on. Start with the last first. Media promotes troops on streets to cut down on crime. Right. Let's click into this. Looks like an article by Paul Joseph Watson, my favorite author. Media promotes troops on streets to, quote, cut down on crime. Well, wait a second. Troops on the streets? I could have sworn that was the police job. Oh my gosh. St. Louis residents praise sight of military vehicles in neighborhoods. Really? Because when I watched that video, it looks like two people. So I guess those two individuals represent the residents of St. Louis. The article today, June 25th, by Paul Joseph Watson, following reports last week that U.S. Army wheeled tanks would be rolling down residential streets and highways in St. Louis as part of a training program. Local news media channels featured interviews with residents who praised the sight of troops on the streets as a valuable crime-fighting tool similar to that used in foreign countries. Oh, we need a crime-fighting tool. How many crimes are those troops on the streets in foreign countries fighting? They're making sure the drugs get in and out, and the weapons go to all the drug dealers, and all the money gets laundered, and all that cocaine gets put on C-130s and brought here to America, where it's our police enforcement and police department's job to handle that. If my neighbor's having a fight with his wife, I'm not going to call the general. Well, you know, the only reason that I think you guys need to be practicing, you military police need to be practicing driving your tanks or your wheeled tanks or whatever kind of tanks they are. They're tanks. It's just plain ridiculous. You guys have plenty of training area that you could be on without spending all our tax money on gas for those tanks, without scaring the hell out of pretty much everyone else except for these two individuals that the local news media in St. Louis managed to find. Let's just keep reading the article, though, before I get too carried away. This is my first time filling in, and look, I don't want to go too far into rant mode. As we reported on Friday, the exercise is part of a U.S. Army program run by military police from Fort Meade, Maryland, focused around training MPs from St. Louis how to drive heavily armed vehicles on highways and on city streets. Oh, well, we need to learn that immediately, because we're going to be planning on doing a lot of that in the upcoming months. According to Fox 2 St. Louis report, people who live and work in the area think the Army training is a good idea. Oh, really? I haven't seen any polls yet, or I haven't seen any, I don't know. I mean, does it pay? Look, now you got me stuttering, and I'm trying to do a good job. In a separate KSDK report, although acknowledging that some had expressed fears about martial law, the news channel emphasized how other residents had vowed to stop and salute the tanks as they rolled by. Look, it's not a parade, okay? It's a training exercise. And, they're telling you, oh, it's a cool tourist story, and keep back, stay back, don't ask questions, don't film, don't take pictures, just let us do our jobs. Oh, well, you guys are starting to sound more and more like cops already. I guess, posse comitatus, we're just throwing that out the damn window. But CNBC admits we're all slaves to a global government run by bankers or banksters, whatever. We are absolutely slaves to central banks. And I read the comments before I even watched the video, and now I can't even watch the video because I have a feeling I'll be completely disgusted and end up puking. And the most popular comment on there is how gay or effeminate, the newscaster filling in sounds. And I hope you're not getting any of that from me. All right, let's read some of these other links. Oh, and P.S., thanks CNBC for letting us, thanks for filling us in on that we're all slaves to a global government run by bankers. I don't think, Alex Jones has only said it quadrillion times, but now that CNBC says it, I guess that makes it all official. Just like that one guy on the mainstream that's like, oh, for years conspiracy theories were kooks and nuts, but, now they're right. Oh, well, thanks, pal. Thanks. Well, gosh, now that you guys went on your fancy news set and said it was all okay, I guess it's all okay. Okay, new research. Drones can be easily hijacked. I read that article earlier, and it's kind of a new thing, or it's a new term called spoofing, which is different than jamming. Jamming is basically just overriding the signal. Spoofing is you spoof or sort of clone. The drone thinks that you're the satellite sending its signal, and these, university people, test team, they managed to take over a couple drones and almost crash them, and basically to illustrate, hey, all these 30,000 aerial things flying around, oh, we haven't put any weapons on them. Well, guess what, guys? They are weapons, okay? Because as soon as someone spoofs one of those things, they turn it into a missile and they crash it right into my house. Media dismisses warning about tyranny and troops on the street as kooky conspiracy theory. Right, this is the article that I wanted to get to because someone needs to rip these guys apart. All right, media dismisses warning about tyranny and troops on the street as kooky conspiracy theory. Chad Garrison, yeah. His critique of the news that the Army is driving military vehicles through the streets of St. Louis, Missouri is typical of the media response to this outrageous event. A local television station coverage really ignited the crazies. Oh, that's a quote from Garrison there. Oh, it really ignited the crazies. What was that movie, The Crazies, that came out last year? It was about people that were got all jacked up from a military plane that crashed, spilled out a bunch of chemicals, everyone got affected, started killing and eating one another. It's great. And if I had more time, I'd get to this bath salts epidemic. And people are ready to chew your face off. And there's another link on that on Drudge. Okay, I got to stay focused here. Oh, yeah. In addition to lambasting Zero Hedge, which is another reporting website, and other sites covering the deployment, saying, hey, this is really weird, it's awkward, it's not cool, it's against the law, it's illegal, we don't like it, and, it's all preparation for martial law. Okay, but Garrison singled out Alex Jones. I don't think he didn't mention him by name in the article, but he posted his link, or one of his YouTube videos, and he sarcastically states that the video was produced from a basement bunker. A basement bunker. And I'm sure they were wearing tinfoil hats and drinking Kool-Aid. Okay, hey, Garrison, Chad Garrison, I'm right here in my house. Go watch my over 100 videos. I'm sitting here in my house. You hear the birds chirping and tweeting. That's why I don't have Twitter. You see my door's wide open. The sunlight's shining on me, pal. I'm not in a basement. And I'm dealing with this. Way better than you, way better than your news station, and way better than any of that local news in St. Louis. You guys are garbage. No, you know what you are? You're just like Kenneth P. Vogel over at Politico. You're pavers. You're pavers. You're pavers, okay? That's a new term. I like prostitutes because, but a prostitute's like a prostitute. It's like someone that whores themselves out. They'll do anything for the right price. These guys are on salary. So maybe they're not really prostitutes, but I'll tell you what they are, is pavers. Because they pave the way. They pave the way, and they're paving the way and laying golden bricks for the military to roll in on your streets. Hey, I'll tell you who's really, really happy about military tanks rolling through Missouri. You want to know who that is? The city transportation, department. Because after those tanks get done tearing up all those roads, they get to go in and pave them, repave them. The mainstream media is going to pave the way for the tanks to roll in, then someone else is going to come in and repave all the damage and destruction that you guys have done. And I'm pretty sure if you work at a fancy news station, you have no fear of tanks coming there. But you know what? You should start getting afraid of that, pal. Because if you keep paving the way like this, they're going to be rolling down your street next. And that's what you guys fail to realize. That's why your news coverage is garbage. And you're like, oh, we tried to get a hold of all these people. And then we make fun of Alex Jones, but we didn't actually go to his site and see that he actually did get in touch with those people. He actually put out a call for people to call in and give information. The people calling in, the people that he talked to, they're a lot more concerned than you guys. They're a lot more informed than those people that you interviewed. What I'd really like to see is all those interviews on the floor in the editing room that got cut, of all those people scared and worried about martial law. Okay?